So first off, as a preamble disclaimer, abide by all local, state, national, international laws, whatsoever relevant laws. Don't do anything illegal that could endanger oneself and others. Basically, abide by the laws. So this is just a thought experiment. Okay. So as a thought experiment, assuming a flat Earth, the alleged curvature is obviously not the sole explanation of objects being beyond visual range, beyond the range of the naked eye, or basically optical instrumentation like telescope or high-powered camera. So this is where expertise of subject matter experts, we believe, is highly important. So is it possible to control for whatsoever effects of the effects of the gases of varying levels of density within the enclosed system of these enclosed gases? So we're probably going to get the different factors wrong, but as a theoretical, general, rather non-scientific level, we hope people understand what we're trying to say. So how can you control for whatsoever effects? We might get this wrong, whether divergence, signal attenuation, diffusion, refraction, diffraction, interference, scattering, whatsoever effects by the gases within this enclosed system. Gases, as you can imagine, you can think of it as gas enclosed within a dome, or maybe not the exact analogy, but basically, theoretically, just an opinion. So if there was no gases within an enclosed system, if you had, for example, two summits of Mount Everest, and assuming that there were no optical physical encroachments, and if there was no enclosed gases causing whatsoever optical obstructions, such as whatsoever effects of the enclosed gases, then 2 points should be visually within visual range, just as they say that the moon can be observed from the surface of the earth. So the issue we're talking about is as a theoretical thought experiment. If there were two stations at a set point at the same local elevation, for those assuming a ball Earth, at the same static elevation above sea level, wouldn't there be theoretically a way, using some form of point-to-point communication technology, to test whether the two stations are communicable, even if well beyond visual range, in which the technology might be able to control for the effects of the enclosed gases? So if people argue there's refraction, theoretically, again as a thought experiment, would it be possible, for example, to adjust the tilt or angle of a beam to control for whatsoever effects of refraction, attenuation, whatsoever, basically diffusion of the transmission? So there has to be a way controlling for whatsoever factors, because here's the problem that we believe that we see. In a lot of tests, people come back and to say, well, that's caused by refraction. That's caused by refraction. We're not the ones saying that. Other people are saying that. Okay, that basically, where one experiment failed to, consider the effects of refraction whatsoever. So there has to be a meeting of the minds, where whatsoever effects, we're gonna get this wrong. Whatever you say, diffusion, refraction, signal attenuation, we're more familiar with, basically communications technology, wireless, that kind of like 802, 2011X type of technologies, but we're not experts by any means. So if there's a way to control for those effects, wouldn't there be a way to set up a valid scientific experiment as a thought experiment?